Hello everyone, this is Dean Talks and I am your host Dean. In this video I will be commenting on creeping clowns that terrorize people across America. The creepy clowns started at Greenville, South Carolina, in the woods behind a low-income housing project. When a child walked into the woods and saw a scary clown, this clown scared him, and he ran back into the housing project and contacted his mother, who then called the police. From there, the news media picked it up, and it became viral across the country. And from there, a lot of copycats, scary clowns, started popping up all across America because of this, from this incident. The scary clowns terrorize people and children because to get attention from them to themselves and bring attention to themselves. The children are often targeted because they could be intimidated and controlled, and they're very impressionable, and they scare easily, and these clowns know that when they scare these children, they'll run to their parents and tell them, and they'll get attention just like that, and it makes them feel good about doing this menacing behavior. So who are the creepy clowns? The creepy clowns tend to be teenagers or young adults, and they're both male and female people. They do it to get thrills, to avoid boredom, and they like this menacing behavior because it makes them feel important, and it makes them feel big about what they're doing. There are some scary clowns that favor woods, where they'll dress in a sheet and they put on a scary clown mask and try to make a statement when cars pass, and try to get attention to themselves. It looks like mysteries, and then when a car or people call the authorities, they can disappear into the woods very fast. So that's why they choose the wooden areas. There are some scary clowns that favor roadways. They stand on a side of a roadway and try to either scare cars that are passing, or try to scare cars that are passing, or try to make attention to themselves. Sometimes there is a carload of people that are passing by, and they stop, and they'll get out and try to beat up the clown, or they'll assault the clown. Many of these clowns on the roadways usually carry weapons, so it's kind of a dangerous situation. There's also been incidents where cars try to run over these clowns that are trying to scare people on these roadways. So like I said, it's a dangerous thing. There are some clowns that hang out in parks, and they try to scare children and maybe adults that are passing through the park. And when they do this, they sometimes offer candy and stuff like that to try to scare children in doing this activity. And if they do it in a park and then somebody calls the police, it's very, it'll hit the media. It's very likely it'll hit the media, and that's why they choose these parks to do scaring tactics. There are some scary clowns on the sidewalks. What they'll do is they'll try to chase a child and to scare them or control them, or they'll come out and they'll try to scare an adult or frighten an adult by doing this. And there's been many incidents of this. The cost to be a scary clown is very cheap. The mask can't cost any more than $10. The clothing you can get at a thrift store for probably less than $20. So the whole process is maybe about $20 to $30 at most. Creeping clowns use menacing behavior to scare many adults and children. And like I said, to bring attention to them, it's mostly to bring attention to themselves. They're basically bored people. They can't figure out what else to do with their lives, so they dress up in a clown outfit, go out to all these different places and try to scare either adults or children, and bring notoriety to themselves. It's basically, it makes them famous for maybe a few minutes, and that's what they thrive on. It's also a big attraction for a lot of nut cases, like mental illness people who dress in a clown outfit and do a violent behavior. So it's very dangerous to approach one of these clowns. Many mental ill people will dress in a scary clown outfit to try to scare people or perform violent behavior, and they're usually carrying weapons with themselves. So I would not approach I would not approach any of these clowns or confront them in any way. It makes it too much of a dangerous thing, and you never know if they have a loaded gun on them or not. So I'd avoid them at all costs if I could. Like I said, it's dangerous to approach a creepy clown because you never know what you're going to run into or what type of situation you're going to run into. The police department takes complaints of scary clowns very seriously, and they will come out and investigate it immediately to try to put a stop to this type of behavior. And Halloween is coming up, so the scary clown hysteria is probably going to become more prevalent around the country. I expect more incidents between now and Halloween, because clown outfits are very popular on Halloween. At this time, it's hurting the clown industry. These are people who perform at children's parties, adult parties, or corporate parties, or other events, and they're having a tough time making a living because of these scary clown incidents have become so popular and so widespread. It's becoming like a national pastime anymore. So what these good clowns came out, and they started a movement called Clown Lives Matter, in which they put forth their agenda and what they stand for and what they do, and they try to explain to people that they're essentially good people and they're not into any menacing behavior. They're basically an entertainment industry, and that's what they do for a living. Anyway, let's hope this creepy clown terror comes to a close quickly. Peace, everyone.